Yeah? Right, so what I'm going to do today is go through the basics of Quickplan so you're able to use Quickplan more effectively when you're on call, and obviously when you're in your office you'll be able to get your head around it a little bit more. First and foremost, if there's a fire alarm goes off, we're not expecting a fire alarm test today, so please leave the building via the door and gather over there at the church. If you've got a mobile phone, please switch it off. If you would like to go out for a rest break, please just stop me and we'll go out for a rest break. So right, what I'm going to do now is go through the basics. First of all, this is the rotoring part of it. So when you're rotoring or changing any calls, all your calls, you must be in tasks.
So go into tasks first of all.
Yeah, because tasks is the now. That's what you're working on now. So that's this week's. That's active rota. The template. If you press search there, you'll bring up templates. You can put a carer's name in there. So I'll put yours in, for instance, and it'll bring up a template. As you can see, you are office based, so you haven't yet got a template.
Okay.
But what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to put your template on.
Oh,
because you're now office based.
Yeah.
So you bring your name up in the template and the green plus at the side.
Add template task, yeah.
Click that. So the staff name goes in.
That's me.
Beginning with your surname. So save that. Client is office admin. It's admin office. So click that one, and again the same one goes in now. Back to front. So you save that. The time that you start your task.
0900.
So it's 0900. Which it says number block's not on. So 1700. And we know it's Monday to Friday, so you can click both weeks. So week 1 and week 2. Select all, but then deselect Saturday and Sunday. To create the task on your template, you then click Create Task. You must then go to the square in the corner and save that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And press OK. So that is now your template. Every week we roll over onto the task, that will roll over.
So that just rolls over automatically, you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about me?
Yeah, that's fine. Your work will just roll over every week.
Yeah.
To add a client, so if you were to go out and do an assessment and you wanted to put everything on Quickplan to help the care co, or for your own getting your way around, it's the same. So you go in with a blank screen, you press the plus again, you put in the person's title. So for instance, I'll put one in, I'll do a dummy client. So it's Mr. Obviously we'll put dummy. Has to have a surname as well, or else it won't generate one. Which is that. It won't do anything without the name in.
Okay.
You would normally put in the client's name, surname, obviously the address has to go in and the town, the county and the postcode. When you're putting in the telephone number so the carers can log in and out of that client, you drop the 0.
I did wonder why.
1455.
Okay. And no gaps.
No gaps. So that's the office telephone number. You would use that, but you drop the 0 always, because then it won't register on the quick check. So when the carers ring in, it won't register. Okay?
Yeah.
Anything you do with that, you save. The other part about that's just putting the basics of the client in. Your personal details, you'd have to put the date of birth in.
Yeah.
As soon as you put that in, it will bring up the age. Any key safe details that you need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the date they started.
Yes.
And in that bit, that's purely if they leave the service. So if someone says to you, well, we need to take that client off the system, you put an end date in, you have to put the reason.
So it could be deceased,
so RIP, another provider, left the service, got better, anything. It has to have something in there.
Okay.
You then put that again, you
And
click and
save it.
save. If you are going in there for your benefit to put in risk assessments, so you start the package, say for instance it starts today, you would put the date you did the risk assessment in.
Yeah.
So you put that one in. We don't bother the questionnaire one. So the last review would be the same as your risk assessment, and you write your next review date out, put it in there, and that's where you generate your report from. The spot check date we don't use. We have challenged Quickplan as to why spot check is on a client, but they can't answer that. So obviously the care plan date, again, that would be when you did your
the initial
care plan. Yeah, that would go in there. So you see at the bottom, that's the crisis banding.
Yeah.
Genuinely, we use this for events of snow, or you've got high staff levels, sickness, and you need to know who would need a call desperately and who would get away with one a bit later. So if they're double ups, generally put them in as high.
Mm-hmm.
If they're medium, they're probably quite able-bodied but would need a check-in call to make sure they're okay. Low would be someone that lives with family and probably would get away without a care call. So in event of the snow, if you were on call, you could go to your crisis band.
Have a look at that.
Yeah, look at it and see, right, who do I desperately need to get calls to first? That's what we use there. We use the traffic light system with that. There is a copy of that in my on-call traffic light. It does need updating. So in the event of any bad weather or staffing, you know who you can cancel.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Again with the staff, if you want to put a new staff member on, it's exactly the same. You click your plus sign at the bottom and you put in all the details.
All the details.
Yeah.
That's
If you wanted to put holiday on for yourself,
right.
for instance, the problem that happened the other day with another member of staff,
Right.
if your holiday's been accepted and you wanted to go in and check whether it's been put on,
Because I have just asked for one day and it hasn't been accepted.
so if you put in, click in holiday then on
Yeah.
you, it has to bring up you, so you click that,
Yeah.
and to create the holiday, you would create the new holiday. So you create that. What date was it you asked for?
It's the 8th of March.
So you bring down the bar,
So
8th,
to the 8th.
and you would normally work 9 to 5, so you put in the time.
Ah, okay.
It's already got the drug down bar, so there are 8 in there, and you finish at 5. So that will then block out your office admin for that day, and that puts you on holiday. You have to click down holiday there, and you have to put a reason code in as well. And it also has to be saved at the bottom, because if you don't save it, it won't highlight.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So
Yeah.
that holiday's now
Now
on.
it's on
That's
there.
how you put holiday on. So if the care goes off and someone
Right.
says to you, well, can you just put that holiday on the system, that will then block their
Bring
calls
up
out
the
for the day.
staff.
Yeah.
Holidays and sick, and then
Yeah.
Okay.
Emergency contacts, they need updating, as we know,
Mm.
they all need putting in. So you put in
Yes.
your next of kin date for that carer,
Okay.
and again save. There is a report on there that you can pull off for carer next of kins. There's also a report for client next of kins, which is in the on-call.
Right. Okay.
Right, so the next bit, covering calls.
Yes. This is.
We have,
So you entered tasks.
you go for your week, so you put your date in and search the whole week, so it brings up everybody. To find any uncovered calls that you've got, you click that. So you always click the uncovered bit, then you search. It's asking me if I've not saved the changes, so I need to go back in and save what I was last doing. It will not let you do anything else if you don't save. There you go, that's saved. You can see
Right.
from that there's no on-call care,
No
uncovered
uncovered
care at the
calls.
moment. So if one of your carers goes off, for instance, Cheryl goes off tomorrow. She rings in sick, you've logged onto your computer. So bring up your date. Now always narrow it down.
So it'll be 14th to the 14th.
Yes.
That's
Just so that
tomorrow.
you're only working on that day. She's gone sick, 6 o'clock in the morning. You know you've got time because she starts at 9 o'clock. However, the office is not open till 9, so you need to get at least that first call covered.
Mhm.
So you go in there and you start looking at your care staff who can cover. There's 2 ways. You can click on there and it will bring up this, and that will tell you who is free to put that call on.
Oh, okay.
It
It's
might be
very
there. It is very
Right.
difficult with that because it's not. If you don't know the rota, you don't know whether it's a staff's day off.
Exactly.
I know that that's June's day off. It says she's free,
Right.
so you've got to be mindful that that is a day off. But you can still ring and say, look, I'm in a mess. I've
Yeah.
noticed you've got no calls today. These are the ones you'd start ringing. See if they've got a gap. Again, you've got Claire, she's not out working at the moment, but for instance, so she's got a day off, you could ring her and ask her. Imogen, it gives you all the people that are free that day to
That
cover
says
care.
that they're run Hinkley.
That's the Hinkley run, yeah. Because this is the run.
Can you show that me again from the beginning?
Yeah.
Sorry, in a moment.
This is right, as you scroll down, it tells you where the carers work. So the run's not set
Set.
for these carers.
Okay.
They're not on a preference run.
Okay.
If you go down, she used to work in Twycross, she's now bank, as you know, Twycross is no
Yes.
longer.
Oh, you're just clicking down.
Yeah, so you just bring your drag
And then-
bar down and it'll tell you who is free.
I
So you
see.
can start ringing them. That gives you a good idea of who you can start ringing, who's
Mhm.
free. So that's your backup plan. Because you know they're free. You can start
Okay.
ringing them. Some will help, some won't.
So,
that you can
right.
to do that again if you
So
want to
click
cover
twice
it that
on
way.
there, and that brings that up.
Yeah.
So just click twice on her now.
Yeah. So
Right.
for instance, Sam's agreed he's going to have the on-call phone.
Yeah.
You just double click free, and that will put that on Sam, and you'd save it.
Right.
That's the quick way.
Right.
The way I use when I'm rotoring, if you want to cover a whole run, you hold this button, the control button down,
Yeah.
and click them all. So you found a carer to cover all of those calls in the morning. So you click them all, you right click on the morning bit,
Mhm.
into the shuffle, over to swap staff, swap. I'm going to do them. You put me in, select all, select member of staff, swap the tasks, yes, and save. If you go into me now, you'll see those calls have gone on me, and that's how you'd swap. It did come up and say it was a clash, but that's alerting you to say that actually I'm already doing something there. But that's when you would go in then and change time. So obviously I'm out until 12:45. You're going to change
So-
my office admin. So you click on that.
So 1300. So
And just you
yeah.
can either up or down it, or you can take it out
Right.
and just put that in. So
Okay.
you change my office admin. I'm not going to start now until 1:15 because I'm not going to get back from that run until then after the lunches to get here and start work. Yeah.
Right. Mhm.
So that's how you do that. Did you want to have a go at putting them back on Cheryl?
Okay. So I can
Yeah.
press control.
Yeah. Highlight all the calls.
So on. Oh.
Go
No.
on. Close it down.
Close.
So click on the call itself. That's it. Call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the call. And click
Highlight
that down.
them. Yeah. All the blue. All of them. Yeah.
And the admin.
No, leave that.
No.
Actually, I'm going to get you to change the time on that. So
Okay.
right click anywhere on there. Down to swapping.
Swap. Where's
So
swap?
down to your swap there.
Swapping.
Swap over. Swap staff.
Swap staff.
And back onto Cheryl. So you put in FR.
Up here.
Yeah. Or you can drag down.
So who
Whichever's
am I looking
easier.
for?
Fraser.
Oh, do you know I
And
couldn't
it's in
remember?
surname order. So you can put in FR
Oh, okay.
or you can
It's
drag it
there.
down. Yeah. So select all.
Select stuff up.
That one.
Select all, which
Yeah.
is selecting the task.
Yeah. Then select staff member.
Then select the member.
Swap tasks at the bottom. Which is that one. And then you must save it or else it won't do anything.
Over here is
Yeah.
Which one is it? That one.
So okay. And they should go blue and on Cheryl. So you can now work changing the time. So change my office admin back to 9:15.
Oh yeah. Do I click on here?
So click the time.
Oh, just on the time.
Yeah.
On
If
the
you
actual.
click changing the time, click the time. So you
Okay.
can either, that's it.
Is
Okay.
Is it 9 o'clock?
No, I start at 9:15.
Oh, 9:15 to
Sorry.
7:15, and that's okay.
Yeah, and save.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of straightforward, but you need
It
to
is.
use it.
It is quite in depth.
Yeah, it is. It's quite a slow process, isn't
So
it?
how we do the templating. So for instance, we get a new client. This is, as you say on there, you've got your new client in. So I'm going to put dummy in
Okay.
because we put the dummy client in. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it was
So there. If you wanted to add in some tasks, you do exactly the same. So you go and you find the staff member, you're not sure who you want to give it to yet, so you can actually bring down uncovered, so you can put them on without covering them straight away. Client, in there, that's your service. One PC is private,
Yeah.
so if anyone says to you, oh, that client's private, it's a
Private.
one PC.
Uh-huh.
LCC is council, they're
Council.
fully council funded.
Yeah.
And then you've got the new ones that Leanne put in.
What's
We've got
this
lots.
lot?
These are your lots. Basically, we offer on lots. There's Hinkley, Lutterworth,
Oh, they're areas,
Twyford
aren't
area.
they?
That's the lots.
Is that what they go by
Yeah.
a lot, right?
And then on the wall, there are a picture of all the lots that we offer
I
on,
think
so you'll
it's-
know they're
yeah.
lots. Generally, it says on the paperwork from the council as well
And it has a
what
number
lot
with
they
it.
are.
Okay.
So you'd have to put in. I don't know,
Is that new?
It's always been done. We have always had codes. The
Okay.
other one we need to know about is DP, which is 2PC on here.
Direct payment.
Yeah, this is all affects invoicing for what they invoice for. so they have to be put on correctly. If they're not put on correctly, it won't flag up that they need invoicing privately, because all of these come from the council and they pay us.
They pay directly. Obviously,
This is what we call the actuals that Leanne was doing every Monday. This is what we send to them, the amount of care that we've delivered for LCC.
Yes.
All of us have to be invoiced.
Yeah.
They'll have an invoice, so that's what the service is about.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Whew. This is the grid view.
Oh, how does that look like? So we've got Monday.
Yeah. It gives you
the
the
start
time
time,
of the
finish
client.
time. Oh.
This is very much like your on-call booking diary. It gives it goes in time order. OS has got used to that. He likes that way of rotoring. If that's how you like it, that's
I've
more
not seen
visual.
that before.
This is the other new one that he's discovered. Can get it working. That's there. It is. This is how I used to rotor, so that gives you a more visual. But Quickplan's not got that up and running, so.
Okay.
But what it does do, he's taught me, if there's an overlap on a rotor, that white bit is an overlap. So you can go in there and see Stacey's got an overlap, so I can go into Stacey's rotor, back on tasks, and find where our overlapping call is. These are little things.
So
somewhere on there's an overlap, and there it is, look. She's got Sylvia Trudell at 1920, but she's also got that, so they need adjusting. The time slots will need adjusting for that. Okay, so that bit in the grid planner will show you where your overlaps are. If there's white underneath the carer,
there's an overlap.
There's an overlap somewhere that needs sorting. Yeah. Okay.
Is that something you've just recently discovered?
Yeah. Iris has shown me that one. I didn't. This is quite new to Quickplan, I think, because when I first
for my purposes, I probably don't need that.
You don't, but it's just showing you.
But it's
a quick way
interesting. I won't remember it.
Right, your reports. This is something you'll need as a field care compliance officer. So you've got your key codes by ID.
Yeah.
On this computer, you'll have to export it to your cloud to print it off. On mine, you can just press the print.
Okay.
So if you wanted a copy of the key safe side by ID printing off, for instance, you'd export it to the cloud. It has to be done in PDF, and you'll export it to the cloud. You then go into your QP file, which is in here. Give it to open and you'll see it'll be in there. And you'll attach that to the care email. Put QP. Is it going to bring it up?
Will it be?
Yes.
Oh. This
hasn't got a QP file on it, but it goes into your QP file basically, and you would send it from your QP file onto your email file in Carer. The other thing that OS has taught me this week is on Quickplan. Where is it? We've actually got a link that your carers can get onto and view their rota.
They can, really?
There is a portal.
Okay.
If you go on the internet and put in Quickplan, there is a portal on there that if you put your care ID in and the company ID in, you can bring up your rota.
Oh, okay.
I believe we're going to make that public to the carers and let them know where to access it and how to access it. So it will stop us from having to send email to the updates. The only drawback that one has, it doesn't put the addresses of the clients on.
Right.
So the initial rota will have to be sent via email as normal. But obviously if we make updates, we can just text them and say just go onto the Quickplan portal and your new rota's on there. Okay? So there's all that as well.
Right.
Other reports that we can get on here are... You should be able to get your due dates off if you keep it up to date. Active clients. So you'll be able to go in there and find out when they last had the questionnaire. So you can see there she was last had a questionnaire on the 13th of the 11th, 2017.
Who is this?
This
Where
is,
does it say?
It tells you your client down there.
So full name,
yeah,
sorry, yeah, got it.
Let's scroll down them all. Jean Watkinson again, she's had a risk assessment, she's due a risk assessment, on the 5th of May.
Yeah, because I've just done that one.
I think Amanda's aim is to get all this filled in as well. This is new.
What's
I've never seen.
contract?
That's to say that they've had the contract. Nothing's ever been put in.
Oh.
This is quite new. It's a Quickplan putting that in, but all these will eventually be filled in.
Filled in.
So you've got on here employee list. Shouldn't really have to use it. If you want active staff, just click in active staff.
Right.
If you want them in order, sort by surname, press search, bring all their contact numbers up, all their addresses, and everything should be on there that you need. Generally won't have to use this because you've got your on-call phone and all your numbers in, but it's nice to have it in your file if you're out and about and you need just quickly to pull a number out for someone else.
Right.
What else have we got? On-call booking diary, you go in there, put in the dates you want. For instance, you're on call tonight from the 13th to the 14th. Search it again into the cloud and print off on the QP file, and that's where you get that from.
Just print it straight off.
Is there anything else you need to know about Quickplan that you think will benefit you? Any more reports that you think you might be needing?
I was more looking at it from the on-call point of view, but that's something I could probably play with and scroll down.
I think that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. If at any point when you're in the office and we've got uncovered care calls on, it's perhaps best to probably sit at the side of me, see it visually uncovered,
and to watch
sit and
it.
tweak and play.
Yeah.
Because the only way of learning it will be to have a go. That is the basics of Quickplan and how it works. That's all we use for Quickplan. It does do a lot more, I'm sure, but we don't need to use that sort of thing.
Okay.
But the covering of calls, as soon as you know someone's sick, for instance, as you say, Stacey's off, you need to cover her calls.
You need to look at what she's got.
Look at who's available, see who's free and start ringing. And if you can't start ringing, you start finding a way you can squeeze one on.
Squeeze them onto another
You will get to know your runs. You know Hinckley and Burbage are not a million miles away and probably can be squeezed together as a run. Things like that, you'll pick up little bits like that. But that's your first port of call to see who's out and about that's got no work on them that you can call. Okay?
Yeah.
Obviously that call there. She does night duty.
She's just nights, isn't she?
Yeah, that's all she does is nights.
So
this is Newton's house.
Right.
So basically for the mainly templating, that you go into your templates for covering cares on the tasks. You want to check where a carer is. Today, this is your logins. This is your login page where you can check the carers are logging in.
Yeah.
So obviously you'll find someone rings in and says, has that client been logged in? So you can say, yeah, they're logged in at that time, and they're logged out there.
How did you do that again, please?
So into quick check.
You went into quick check.
Yeah, and then you obviously press search.
And you have to put the dates in.
Yeah, you would put the dates in. If it's a particular carer you're looking for, just put your carer in. So just put Kim in, for instance. So see where she's been today and whether she's logged in. Obviously she's logged in at that call but hasn't logged in there. That's when you can start ringing and saying, why have you not logged in?
Why have you not logged in?
Could be they've not got a phone.
Yeah.
It could be she's just forgotten
Oh, and
to log in.
runs.
Yeah, she's already in there at the moment.
Yeah.
So she won't log out of there until she's finished.
Okay, that's
But
interesting. I wondered how you...
This is one you've not got that's matched. So when they come up in red, they've not been matched. So sometimes
What does that mean?
it could be that the telephone number's not been put in right for the client, so they've not dropped the 0. Could be a problem with the phone, or the carer's put the wrong pin in. So you would look at the call and see roughly who it was. So you can see it was that one there.
Okay.
So you go in, you put today's date in. So if Monday goes and says to you, can you just match those calls? And you find the time she got there, which was 10:22. Again, the date's the 13th. And the time out is 11:21.
Okay.
Save that.
So then we put that's
and then
particularly
you need to
manually.
go in there and just make that a yes. So that's how you put a call in. So for instance, if you'd logged in, you know you've not logged into your call when you got into the office, you thought, oh, I couldn't log out. You just come in and log on, and you could go in quick chat and put your calls in properly.
Okay.
There's another one there that's been matched now. We've matched them red.
Match that one. Yeah.
That says client's phone number. So that's obviously there's going to be a problem with the phone number on there.
Yeah.
So it's client ID 1206, client's phone number 99. So
what does that mean?
you need to go in and find which clients this is by ID.
Uh-huh.
So, 99. How are we doing that? I'm going through. Finding who it is.
It's not there.
It's not on there. Sometimes Quick Check will create
Ah,
a client.
yeah.
Match with rota. What else has she got that's missing around at that time? It's going to be that one. So go into Evelyn and just check her phone number's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh.
Someone's put the 0 in.
You see, I've been doing that. Not saying that
Yeah.
particular one.
So if you drop the 0,
got to drop the 0.
whenever they log in at Evelyn's now, that'll match. So every time you put the client on,
so
it
all
has
the
to
carers
be.
have been having that problem.
Yeah.
So
They're
you
logging
found that
in, it's
problem.
accepting the login, they think they've logged in, but then when you come and look in Quick Check, it's not.
Okay,
So you can
now
now
you've
identify
rectified
that's
that.
been put right, so you can go in and match that. Found the client now, it's updated.
So you click on there and say yes.
Yeah, so you would go in there. Do you want to do that time? So go into the time, drag down.
Hang on.
So you put in 7:46.
Where? Here.
In
Oh,
that
which
call.
one is it?
This one. So the date first, so drop down the date.
Which is the 13th.
Yeah. And then
And
put
the
it.
actual time. Do
click
you
on there.
Just click on the time.
Yeah, space it over and then put in the time that she logged in, which is 7:46.
Do I delete that first?
Yeah, go back, backspace, yeah.
Where was it?
7:46.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Drop down on your date again for the
Actual
end
end date.
Yeah.
Good for the dating again.
and then put in the end time, which was 8:39.
Which one is it again? Sorry, sweet.
Top one there, look.
8:39.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not clicked on it. Oh, this is right. Mm, 39.
Yeah, so if
So
you
that's done.
save that
On
there,
here?
on your square, yeah. Okay. And then you can
And
drag
then I have
down
to-
there and make that a yes, so it's been
Here?
matched, yeah. So it's a
And
yes.
yes. So that's been matched.
Drag down
Okay.
the other one and you'll have your
Which one?
down again, so you need to match that one as well because that's the out in time and out time.
Oh, right.
Match them
Sorry.
both up, yeah,
Yes. There's a in and out. Yeah.
and then
with you.
save again.
And save again.
Yeah,
Always save.
so that's how you match up client calls.
Oh, okay. That's
It
really
might be an idea to
interesting.
go through all the clients, to be honest, and have a look at the telephone numbers and make sure they have been put in without the 0.
Yeah. Now, should we be doing that on the pass system as well?
Doesn't
I
affect-
noticed then you've been doing it,
Pass
but it doesn't
system,
affect it.
Pass system won't affect this. It's not for
Okay.
logins. This is purely for pay.
Purely for pay.
That's why you have to drop the 0. It's Quickplan's way of getting the logins right. So you drop the 0 at every telephone number you put in. Mobile phone numbers, obviously, you know they don't work.
No.
But if they have a house phone, drop the 0 on the phone, and
Okay.
that's how you log it in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. I think it's a case of just having a play then, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh.
You'll learn more by playing with it. But do you feel a bit more confident with it? It's not so scary. It does an awful lot of things.
It does a lot of things, but I find it quite hard visually, and I've always said this for me.
Yeah.
And
He says he thinks it'd be better, more colourful. It's very
yeah, like you're because obviously you're used to it. You're going right here, 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 and I'm like
where.
I'm nanosecond behind you. Where are you saying?
Yeah.
I can't.
So the tasky bit, if you go back
So
into
it's
tasks for
tasks.
when you're covering calls.
So okay, so
So search it. So for instance, that's you. That means nothing to you. But you know that carer's gone off,
that carer's gone off.
and you know if you double click on there, that will bring you up a whole host of people that
Who
are
might be available?
Yeah, it could be the days off. It could be office team. It could be anyone. But
But it's
that's
the
your first
start,
place
and that's
to
your
start
first
looking.
place to look.
Yeah.
Okay.
With it being a teen evening, sometimes people don't always work an evening, but you can barter with them and they'll say, yes, I'll do the evening for you, but can you take off that evening next week?
Okay.
So you can, and some people will pick up, as you know, for extra.
Yes.
So that's your first port of call when you're covering.
Click
Double
on
click
it
that
now.
and that will tell you who is
Okay.
available. And then after that,
So to bring up the on-call booking diary,
so into the reports.
Reports.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already on there.
On that tab there, on-call booking diary,
Down here.
the dates you need.
So on-call, so it's already there.
Yeah,
And then
so the
on-call
date.
booking diary. So because I've got it tomorrow night.
Yeah, so 14
So it'll be the 14th to the 15th.
Yeah.
and I can just
search it, and then it'll update what you want, and then you would send it to the cloud. So you'd export it to there.
Export it to there.
PDF. Always have to be exported in a PDF.
Is it just this computer though?
It's always PDF, and you export to that.
Export file to directory.
And it'll go to the QP file.
And where's the QP file?
And that's in your little filey thing at the bottom.
Right.
And when you send your emails to your car and you want to send an update, that's how you attach the rotor. So
I'll have to ask that one again.
Yeah.
At the moment, if I just concentrate on...
You shouldn't need to send updates.
No.
You shouldn't need to do that. But for our point of view, if we were going to send rotors, you click it to the PDF file.
It has cleared a lot of things for me, actually, to be honest. Yeah.
It can be as visual as you want to make it. As I say, if you've got use that bit, if you're out on call and you need to cover calls, click on who's available.
That's my main thing to look at, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's easier than going through an on-call booking diary. If you
go, all right, she's there, but let's see where they are. Or can they fit that call in there? Okay.
I find if you take the carers' rotors home, rather like we did the other company, you take the carers' rotor home, you pull it out. That's what you're covering. But that's my way.
I would prefer that way.
You can do that if you wanted to be on call, especially if you're on at the weekend. It's
to have them printed out in the folder.
Yeah,
I can quickly
do that.
Because
open up, so-and-so's gone sick, you pull out, and that's what you know you're covering.
That's what needs to be covered.
Whereas on an on-call booking diary, you're looking because it doesn't put it in.
It's just okay.
That's why the laptop, if you're at home, is more visual because you know what you're looking at, you know what you're covering. That's what
so
you're wearing.
If you're at home, it's easy, but if you're out on the road...
If you're out on the road, I would suggest at the weekends probably take a copy of the care rotors with you.
Before I go home.
Because it's more visual.
So how would I do that?
Again, you would go into reports.
Yeah. Click down on
it. You print all the rotors in there. See what the staff
hours, tests. Right, okay. Oh.
Search.
Yeah.
And that tells you what they're all doing.
Oh.
It's probably easier just to put in rotor, go back in tasks.
Go back into tasks.
Yeah, so click out her name.
Oh.
Just double click it and it will get rid of it. Make it blank. Search it. Then you can export there. So back into that one. Yeah. You're only doing that date. So you're only doing that date. So detailed timesheet. Cloud. PDF. And to print them individually, because that would just send them all on Word Jumbo, click that. And then export. That will export them as individual files. That's when we send the rotors out.
And it will come out looking
Friday,
like that.
yeah. And it will print. If you scroll down, you'll see everybody's rota for today when it's stopped loading. It will print them all off as individual carers, and you just pull them out and say, "Well, she's gone on the sick." That's what I'm working with.
That's more visual. That's better for me because I'm
it's
used
each
to looking at those
person's way.
sheets.
It's the easiest way for everybody. If you've got that and you've got calls at home, that's the easiest way.
I would rather have those printed out and take
because
those
that's
home.
what you're dealing with. That person's rota. You're not dealing with everybody else's.
No,
you just need to be knowing what you're covering for that.
And
day.
that's really going to be the only problem occurring, isn't it, with staff?
Yeah.
Is off sick or not able to do their calls for some reason.
And you need to be able to get that visual copy and say, "This is what I'm working with. This is what I need to cover."
I think that makes it less scary as well. If I'm honest with you,
it's more visual.
You know what you've got to cover,
as opposed to trying to sift through everything else and find. Who it is and what calls, that's more visual. That's what I've always done, took home care rotors.
Is that what you've done?
Right. If you've got it for a weekend, I would suggest that. Take home the rotors and you've got copies.
Yeah,
okay.
I should do that for Sunday.
So you'll be able to, what I'm going to do the rest of the week is get you to print off things like on-call booking diaries yourself while you're in the office. You'll get
I'll have a go,
get you to have a go at doing more things with it.
Yeah.
I know I can see you're quite scared of it.
Yeah, I am.
But so long as you press save, after everything you do, there's not really a lot of damage you can do.
No.
If you do uncover any calls by accident, just tell us and we'll find where they're going.
Oh gosh, alright. Straight away.
But I would suggest having a little.
But I'd only do it initially under your supervision, I think.
That's fine.
To print out, and then I learn quickly, so.
But it's not as scary as you think. I know you.
It's not, but I think because also it's not my job obviously to do the rotors, is it? So I'm looking at that, but I don't really have to understand it. Does that make sense?
You need a certain amount of understanding.
I do need to, obviously.
You do as well. And if you're doing spot checks as well, You need to be able to get the carer rota off. You can do that. You go into your reports, as I've just showed you. You can print all the carers' rotas off for that day. If you're going to have a day out on the road spot checking, you can go into your reports, print off all your individual rotas and take them out with you and say, well, she's going to be here, here and here.
Right.
So I would do the rota bit and print it off.
Sorry?
So into tasks.
Yeah.
As we did earlier. You've got no one in there, so you know you've got that day. You're going out spot checking tomorrow.
So this is just for the day, and I know.
So you just export them individually.
That's the whole day. I could just have that with me.
Take them all with me. So I can go and do her there.
Well, I'm out doing assessments. I can pop in there and.
So it is worth knowing how to use the reports and what reports might benefit you.
So reports first, and then tasks, and then the dates, and that's who's working on that day.
And I'll show you how you wizard a rota as well. I know you're not going to do it, but I'll show you.
God,
Go into your press wizard.
No, I can't remember all of this.
Yeah, you will. This is where we create the rotas. So long as the templates are done.
Right.
If we hit that, it'll ask you when you want to wizard it. We don't want to do it at the minute because ours is still working, but you would say okay. And then that'll start generating down here and it'll show you it doing it. And that's when it passes it over to actually a live rota.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh, what do I say? No.
So, because I know he's still tinkering, aren't there?
Is this something new?
No, we've always had this.
I've never seen that.
There's an awful lot on there that we don't use.
Oh,
I assume Olga and Sam use these bits, the auto-created voices and things like that, but the only thing we use is that one. It's a client task, that's to create your rota.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that the portal that you're going to be looking at for the staff?
Yeah. So they'll go in there and be able to look at their rota. But this is the stuff that we don't use. This is where they go in and get the invoices from. The other thing, you've got admin in here. That's something that we all use as well. Right. You can put in a run. For instance, if I've got a new package of care and it's in a new area, these are all your areas. Let's go and get rid of some of these. Yeah. So we've not got twice anymore, so I can delete that one. We've not got that one.
Ratcliffe Cooley at the top there.
Yeah, that one can go as well. Delete.
Wow. Oh yes, we don't.
So if you wanted to put a new one in, basically all you do is click new
name.
For instance, on the name, end of it, for instance, and you put it in there as well, and you save.
Okay.
So you create a new one, and that will show on the camera later.
Oh right, that will come up. Okay.
It will. We've got all these areas.
Where's Lutterworth?
It's
somewhere
down.
Oh, okay.
Should be. There.
Oh,
so if you've got Lear, Market Bosworth, they're not in there anymore, so they can come out.
That can go.
So that's just to tidy up.
Oh, and that one, yeah.
Zoe was asking me the other day, where are all these places? Do we still go in?
Ah, no.
That's where you go in and tidy things up.
Okay.
Gilmorton was still there, Slip fell in grade 10.
Yeah, for a while.
Not there anymore. So they're all the active areas we're in at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you've done in there, you save. So that's where you go. That's where you go to put in runs. The ones we do.
This is in admin, wasn't
Most of these are for invoicing. Okay. We generally deal with the run ones that you do.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got user role as well. Managers and users. If you're a manager, you've got access to everything. If you're a user and admin, you're restricted.
Okay.
I think from GPDR, we're not allowed to access anything to do with invoices, only the managers are allowed to do that. So that's why we've got the settings on there.
Right, that's
You can check who's logged in. So if someone's tinkering around while you're on call, you can see whether we're logged in or not. So if I'm at home at night, merrily working on the road, so if you're logged on there, you'll say, oh, bloody someone's working on the road.
Oh, look at her. Yeah.
So yeah, he's shooting that.
Oh, I see. Oh, that goes back a while. Okay.
Yeah.
2017.
Unfortunately, you can't delete those.
You can't take
just
them
make them inactive, so you can make people inactive. So if someone's on annual leave and they don't want them to touch the rotors while they're away on annual leave, you could just temporarily make them inactive. Runs and rounds, that's an admin task. This is something else he's put in. Morning, lunch, tea, night, all day night. So he's put all his calls in there, so he knows what morning calls he's got, what evenings. He's when he's rotoring, he will set them out in just morning, and he'll rotor the morning calls and then the evening calls.
Oh, okay.
He likes to break it down, whereas I just do it all.
You just go
in a
through.
day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She's found it. You done? Have